Good morning, I'm Constable Carolyn DeClute and welcome to Toronto Police News for Wednesday, November 23rd, 2017. On today's episode, we'll feature the Toronto Police Service Homicide Cold Case Unit. But first, here's what happened in your city over the last 24 hours. Yesterday, at 4 p.m., officers responded to 500 Dawes Road for reports of a man allegedly assaulting a woman in the lobby. When officers spoke with the woman, they were given the man's name and description. Officers recognized him and began looking for him. While searching for the man who had allegedly assaulted the woman, the man was located by officers. He rushed one of the officers, punched the officer numerous times, and stabbed the officer in the chin and neck. Another officer was also injured while attempting to disarm the man from his knife. The man was eventually arrested and is now facing numerous charges, including attempt murder. The evening continued with numerous firearm-related calls in different areas of the city. At 6:40 p.m., shots were heard and people seen running in the Queen Street West and Close Avenue area. Officers located shell casings along with a 16-year-old girl who was injured in the leg by bullet fragment. At 11:30 p.m. in the Islington Avenue and Kingsmore Gate area of 23 Division, officers responded to reports of a vehicle that was shot at. Officers arrived on scene and located a man with alleged gunshot wounds and bullet holes to his vehicle. The man was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Just before midnight, in the Morning View Trail and Janella Square area, officers responded to a shooting. A man was located and pronounced dead at the scene. The Toronto Police Homicide Unit has taken over this investigation. Anyone with information is asked to contact them or Crime Stoppers anonymously. And now back to our feature story. Have you ever wondered what happens to cases that don't get solved? The Toronto Police Homicide Cold Case Unit is led by Detective Sergeant Stacy Gallant. They pull cold cases out of archive like you see behind me. Then they use modern ways of getting the public to help solve these historic cases. Let's take a look at one of the cases Stacy's team is working on right now. That case is Margaret MacDonald.
It has been 21 years since the brutal and sadistic murder of 80-year-old Margaret MacDonald. On June 24, 1994, her lifeless body was found inside her home at 36 Lascelles Boulevard by her granddaughter. Her home was forcibly entered during daylight hours. A number of articles were stolen, and the victim was sexually assaulted, bludgeoned, and her throat was slashed. Despite fingerprints believed to be the suspects and a DNA profile from the sexual assault, the case went cold. Recently, a forensic phenotyping test was done which narrowed the suspect down to primarily European ancestry, likely to have blue or intermediate color eyes and dark hair. The offender is believed to be male white, approximately 5'10" and 20 to 30 years of age at the time of the offense. That would put him now between 40 and 50 years old. The offender likely lived somewhere in the general area, not far from where the victim's home was. He likely knew the area and may have even known the victim resided alone. He likely had trouble having or maintaining intimate relationships with women during this time of his life. There is no doubt that there are people that are close with the offender or were close to him back at the time of the offense, and you know that he did this. I am confident of that. If you want to remain anonymous, that is perfectly fine. We have his DNA, so all we need from you is his name, nothing more. It is your duty to bring this name into the investigation so that he can be held accountable. The Chief of Police has authorized up to a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for this murder.
If you can help, even the smallest detail, call police or Crime Stoppers. If you have a story idea and you want a member of a unit featured on Toronto Police News, you can leave a comment on our YouTube channel or email us at feedback.news@torontopolice.on.ca. That's it for today, Toronto. Thanks for watching and stay safe.